Hey, what's up, guys? It's Declan here from the Markify channel, and I help businesses grow with Google Ads. So, if you're looking for an expert Google Ads campaign manager, feel free to reach out. You can message me on my Instagram at Declan_call, or you can email me marketing@markify.co.za, or simply book a meeting with me through my website, link down below in the description. I'm always here to reply and help however and whenever I can. But other than that, let's get into the video. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you like to skyrocket your way to the top of Google search results for a grand total of $0? Stick around for the 7-step SEO checklist, which helped me rank number one on Google for competitive keywords. This could definitely be a game changer for your website's traffic. But before we dive into the steps, just a little disclaimer. You cannot simply follow these SEO checklist steps. You need to master them. This is a continuous process which you need to keep your SEO score on your website as high as possible. But in saying that, let's move on to point number one. Point number one is the setup checklist. Here we're going to go through your initial setup. The first thing you need to do in your initial setup is to download an SEO plugin on your website builder. Now, what is an SEO plugin? How I like to think of it is a tour guide, which helps me optimize every single page on my website. And it helps you optimize it through taking you through certain SEO pillars like meta descriptions, meta tags, keywords on your website, and it can even help you generate an XML sitemap. But I'm going to get into that a bit later. It's quite important. All of these SEO pillars will help Google recognize what your site is all about. This means that Google will be able to crawl and scan all the pages on your website and therefore index them on Google so you can actually start to rank for certain search terms. Now, some of the SEO plugins which I would recommend are Yoast SEO and Rank Math. These are the most popular and most functional plugins out there. You can download them on website builders like Wix, WordPress, GoDaddy, but it is super easy to download. You just go into the website builder's dashboard, find the plugins part, say add new, and then look for either Yoast SEO or Rank Math to install the plugin. But remember, you also have to activate the plugin after you've installed it. Now, once that is done, we need to focus on generating your sitemap XML. What is your sitemap? So it's basically a map which literally guides Google through every single page on your website, thus allowing Google to crawl and scan through all of your pages. Without a sitemap, Google could miss important pages on your website, and therefore those pages will not rank. All right. So in order to create a sitemap, remember you just downloaded an SEO plugin. Let's pretend it's Yoast SEO, and let's pretend you are on WordPress for a second, just to take you through how to create a sitemap. What you do is you go onto your internal dashboard on WordPress, and then you go to your plugin. Let's say it is Yoast SEO for now. Under the feature section, you can turn on the XML sitemap, and then boom, the sitemap has been uploaded to your website. Now that that's been sorted, we need to also upload and verify our website to Google Search Console. Now, this is a pretty standard process. All you should do is input your domain into Google Search Console. And what it's going to do is ask you to log into your host server in order to verify that the website is actually yours. Once this is done, Google will have access to your entire website as well as your sitemap, because remember, the sitemap is already connected to your website. This will therefore ensure that all of your pages on your website are easily crawled and indexed by Google. Right, so now that we've got your website set up for success, let's speak about possibly the most crucial step in this SEO checklist. That is targeting the right topics and keywords. Without this, your content will never hit the mark or target the appropriate audiences for whatever service or product it is that you're offering. So, before you create your content, as we know, it's important to know your audience. It's important to know what your audience is searching for. And what keyword research allows you to do is map it out to find the right topics. What I've recently used, and this is a really, really cool tool, it's called answerthepublic.com. It's a free tool and it gives you a list of questions people are asking about your topic, or just a list of search terms that they're inputting into the various search engines here, which include Google, Bing, YouTube, TikTok, Amazon, and Instagram. Now, as you know, knowing what people are interested in surrounding your topic allows you to build the pages on your website relevant to the search queries, and therefore aligns your website with user search intent. And therefore, you'll rank for more topics and you'll rank higher for these high demand topics. Now, let me just show you for this exercise. I just want to show you how Answer the Public works. So I'm pretending today that I'm a crypto blog. I want to target users on Google. So I've just typed in crypto as the topic there. And when we scroll down here, we're able to see this massive pie chart that gives me a whole bunch of different search queries that people input into Google. So we have some popular ones here like, are crypto gains taxed? Are crypto losses tax deductible? Will crypto ever recover? Obviously, it already has. Will crypto crash again? That could be a trending topic because Bitcoin's at 75K dollars at the moment. But you get the whole gist of it. Now, I wouldn't necessarily stop here. What I do is I take a list of these keywords or long tail keywords that you're interested in. I take the main keywords that are attached to it. So, for example, for the question, are crypto gains taxed? I'd search crypto gains tax. I'd take that and put it into any one of my SEO tools like SEMrush. I use Ubersuggest, Ahrefs, etc. And then I'll assess the search volume and the SEO difficulty, which will essentially tell me how trending is this keyword and how stiff is the competition. Can I actually rank for it and beat out the other players that are trying to rank for it? But for more on keyword research, I did create a whole video on it. I'll leave the link for that video down below in the description. But now let's move on. We're actually now going to be moving over to your content creation checklist. It is point number 3. So as we know, creating good content is about two things. It's about finding the sweet spot between keeping your audiences engaged, but also standing by Google's ranking requirements. Now, for this example and the explanation purpose, I'm just going to be using a crypto blog called Gemini to explain everything. So with your content creation, what you need to keep in mind is that when you're writing on a text-heavy page, such as this page right here, it's really important to build up a strong foundation. And by strong foundation, I mean writing a really good introduction and a really good hook that catches the reader's attention right away. Now, this encourages, obviously, the reader to stick around and explore more of your site. For example, in this page, they start off the blog by expanding on their headline and getting straight to the point without giving anything away. Option trading for a US spot Bitcoin ETF became available for the first time this week. They start off with the crust of the blog and what the whole blog is about, and therefore interests me and entices me to carry on reading further. The next thing you want to do is make sure your content is thorough and detailed. Now, you could have obviously guessed that was coming. What I mean by this is not leaving out any important information. And if I were to provide a tip on this, I'd search for various topics related to the main topic that you speak about on your website. Put that into Google, look at the top websites that rank for it, and then look at the topics and content that they display on their website. And maybe use it for your own website. This is going to give you great ideas on what topics to talk about. It's going to give you great ideas on what topics actually rank, work, and get traffic. And sometimes it's just not about reinventing the wheel. Sometimes it's about doing what works. Okay? So once you've done that, you then need to focus on linking out to authoritative sources. Now, Google loves it when your content references or links out to trustworthy, reputable, and reliable sources. In this article, they actually do it quite often. So as we can see here, every place that's underlined, that's a hyperlink to another website. And for example, this links out to Axios. And it does this at multiple points of the article itself. It's really, really good and makes Google think that you're a reputable website as well. Now, those are what we call external links. Now, the next thing you need to do is to look at readability. Now, as we can see with this blog as well, they have short paragraphs, they have concise sentences, and they use simple languages. These are all three things that you need to take into account whenever you're assessing the readability of a page on your website. Another important thing to take into account is that you need to optimize it for mobile friendliness. As you know, most information these days is consumed by mobile phones because of how advanced they are these days. So you really, really need to keep that in mind. Now, once your content is optimized, we need to make sure that it's getting to the right people. But how do you make sure that Google and your audience know that what your page is about? This is where we move on to our internal linking checklist. Internal linking is one of the best ways to spread the SEO power throughout your whole website. How do you do it? So what you can do with internal linking is by linking pages on your website with one another. When you connect related content, it makes it easier for both the visitor and for Google to navigate your site. This way people can find more of your content and Google can crawl it more effectively. Now, as you can see on this page, they do also have a ton of internal links. Like right here, if I click on this link, I'm on another page on the Gemini website. So all in all, it just makes it quicker for Google to crawl multiple pages on your website. And this is really great for indexing purposes. What you want to do here is you also want to avoid orphan pages. Every page on your website should be reachable through internal links. If a page does not have any internal links pointing towards it, Google might not be able to discover it and visitors may never find it. Now, once you have internal links sorted out, we need to start talking about how to get other websites to link to your website. And this takes us to our link building checklist. So let me just open this up quickly in my little Canva presentation. So as we know, building quality backlinks is one of the best ways to improve rankings online. A great way to do this is through guest posting. That's the first way to do it. Here is where you write articles for other websites on other websites, but then you can link back to your own website. So it's a win-win for both. You do the hard work for the other website, and then you get the traffic from that website and steer it towards your website. Another cool thing to do is use a method called HeyRo, help a reporter out. By signing up to HeyRo, you get the chance to be quoted in articles from journalists, and those backlinks come from trusted high authority sites. It's super simple, but a really powerful way to boost your credibility and visibility. Now, another thing you could do, and this actually does cost money, but you could also buy a link building package. Here you can buy like 150 to 300 backlinks from reputable sources. It will cost money, but it's a way to fast track your search engine optimization for your website. Now, with internal links and external links set up, let's shift gears to step 6. And this focuses on the critical aspects of SEO, which can make or break your rankings, really. So technical SEO ensures that your website is easy for Google to crawl and index. Here's what you need to focus on. One is page speed. Google wants fast loading pages, so you need to make sure your site loads in under 2 seconds minimum, or maximum, shall I say. And you can do this using tools like Pingdom, Pingdom. Next thing is mobile friendliness. I mentioned this earlier. With mobile searches increasing, you need to ensure your website is responsive and user-friendly on mobile devices. The next thing is to fix crawl issues. So you can check that Google can crawl all your important pages using Google Search Console's indexing reports. Earlier in the video, we uploaded and verified our page through Google Search Console, so you should have no problem with this. Now, if you have followed all the steps so far, you're definitely on the right track and you're ready to move on to the advanced SEO step. Now, this is just an advanced SEO checklist. Here are some things to keep into account. This is a continuous SEO cycle that you will follow. Updating old content, removing unhelpful content. There's a spelling error there. I just realized that now. But anyway, and then you need to optimize for CTR, so optimize for click-through rate. This is making sure your titles and your meta descriptions are absolutely irresistible, so they can increase click from the search results. But yes, that is it. By following the 7-step SEO checklist, you'll be well on your way to ranking number 1 on Google. But remember, SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency is the key, and continuous updating of information and SEO optimization on your website will get you real results in no time. But thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications for more SEO tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.